Hello guys, this is the fifth tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about numeric variables and string variables in a little more detail. And the first thing that we're going to do is create a variable called a, and I'll just give it the value 5. So you type in a, you type in the equal to symbol or the assignment operator, and then the value that you want to assign to your variable. So in this case I want to assign 5, so press the enter key and my variable has been created. I can confirm that by just typing in the variable name, and I see that 5 is displayed, so that's the value that the variable contains. Now let's say I changed the value of a to 7, right? So to do that I'll just have to type in a again, the equal to symbol, and the new value, which is 7. And when I press the enter key now and type in a and press enter again, I see the new value is 7. So what Python does is it creates an object when you assign a value to a variable, right? So when we assign 5 to a, an object 5 was created and a was linked to it, right? The object was created in the memory and the variable was linked to it. Now when I gave the variable a new value, when I assigned it the value 7, then another object 7 was created, and a was the link between a and 5 was broken, and a new link was established between a and 7, right? So that's how Python works. When you reinitialize a variable, a new object is created and a new connection is made between the variable and the new object, right? And if you want to assign a fractional value to a number, that's also very simple. So I create another variable b, and I'll give it the value 36.24, and I press the enter key, and I can use the print function as well to see the value of my variables, and this is something that we already know now. So when I use a print function to see what b contains, I get on screen 36.24, right? And you can use the delete method to delete variables from memory. So I'll have to type in del and I'll give a space, and when I type in a variable name, so I have two variables at the moment, a and b, so I'll type in a and press the enter key, and now if I'll see what value a contains, and I'll get a traceback error, and the error is that a is not defined, so the variable has been removed from the memory and Python cannot find it anymore, right? And there are 4 data types that are supported by Python for numbers and integers, and integers are values like 5, 7, 9, 18, 130, 188, right? So whole number values are integer values. And then you also have a float data type, and float values are fractional values like 36.24 or 17.98, etc. And then you also have the long data type, which is used to have like really big numbers. You have to add the alphabet L, and you won't really have to work with the long data type much unless you're dealing with astronomical figures, right? And then you also have the complex data type in Python, and a complex number has 2 parts, as you guys know. One is the real part and the other one is the imaginary part. And the way you work with complex numbers in your mathematics textbooks, it's the same way for Python. So if you have to create a complex number, let's create a couple. In fact, I'll call one myvar, and I'll give it the value. Let's say this variable has a real part of 7 and an imaginary part of -4. So I'll type in 7 and then the minus sign and then the imaginary part 4, and then I'll type in the alphabet J, right? So the number that has the alphabet J next to it, that's the imaginary part, and the number that doesn't have that is the real part. So 7 minus 4j is a complex number, and I can see its value by just typing in myvar. And let's create another one. I'll call this one yourvar, and I'll give it the value 3 plus 10j, and I can perform arithmetic operations on these numbers too, and we're going to talk about operations in a lot of detail later on in the course. But let's say you just want to add these 2 numbers, so myvar plus yourvar, I'll just type in that. When I press the enter key, I get the result as 10 plus 6j. So what happens is the real parts of both numbers are added, so 7 plus 3 is 10, and the imaginary parts of both numbers are added, so 10 minus 4 is 6, so that's why you get the result 10 plus 6j. And let's talk a little about strings now. So a string, as we know, is a set of characters enclosed within quotation marks, and in this tutorial we'll create a string variable and check out some basic stuff that we can do with it, right? So I'll create a string and I'll put in the text hello world in it, and of course we know how we can see the values in strings by using the print function or by simply typing the name of our variable, and the text is displayed. Now let's say you want to get a part of the string and not the entire string. So suppose you want to extract the word hello from the string. The way you can do that is by typing the name of the string, and then you can get a pair of square brackets, and these are not parentheses but square brackets, and then you have to specify the index position of your first character. And in Python, in a string, the index position of the first character is 0 and the index position of the second character is 1, and so on and so forth, right? So if I simply type in 0 here and press the enter key, then H, that is the first alphabet in the string, will be returned to me. And if I want to extract an entire portion of the string, then I have to specify the index position of the beginning character. So in this case it will be 0, and then you'll have to type in the colon, and then you'll have to specify the number of characters that you want to pull out. So I want to pull out the first 5 characters for the word hello, so I'll type in 5 here, and when I press the enter key, the word hello is returned to me, right? And I can do the same thing within a print function as well. And let's say you want to extract the second word world from the string. So to do that, I'll type in str, and within square brackets I'll type in the index position of the alphabet W in the string. And if we check, H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, the second L is 3, O is 4, the space is 5, and W is 6. So I'll have to type in 6 here, and since the word world is the last word in the string, I can just type in a colon and not type anything else after that, right? So if you just specify the colon and nothing after it, then Python extracts the component of the string from the beginning character till the end of the string, right? So world, the entire word will be extracted. Press the enter key, I get my word. And the next thing that we're going to check out is, what if you want to display a string a bunch of times? So if you have a website and you want to display the message good morning like 15 times, then let's say we want to display hello world 4 times. So I'll type in str and then the asterisk symbol or the multiplication operator, and the number of times you want the string to be repeated. So in this case I want it to be repeated, let's say 4 times, and when I press the enter key, I see the word the string hello world repeated 4 times, right? And this is not very useful. I mean, it's not useful in the current form at least, but then there are some things that you can do with this that are interesting, and we'll be checking those out later on in the course. And let's say you want to concatenate strings, and what I mean by that is you want to add something to the string hello world and display that, right? So to do that, I'll type in str, the name of the variable, and then the addition symbol this time, and then within double quotes I can type in any other string like what's up, right? And when I press the enter key now, I see the string hello world first, a space character, and then what's up, right? And that's because I have a space character here in the second string. So that's it for now. In the next tutorial, we're going to talk about lists and tuples. Lists and tuples are data types in Python, and really interesting and important data types. And I hope you guys are having fun in this